Date: Zofa 16th, 6013. Hi, future me. My name is Yuntiel. Except, you already know that. Anyway, I just got this journal on my 12th birthday from my parents. And they even got me an ink and quill to write with. My dad told me to write to my future self about what I'm doing currently so I can look back on it. So, here goes nothing. Today had been a wonderful day so far, and it all started when I woke up and my blue sock was gone again. I looked everywhere, under the bed, behind the curtains, the obvious hiding places, but no luck. Mom made pancakes, but she forgot the syrup, so I ate them like a monster, making a big ol' mess. Dad pretended to be mad, but he had a silly grin, so I know he wasn't really mad. After breakfast, I went to the creek. There was this weird patch of moss that smelled funny. I poked it with a stick, and it didn't explode, so probably not dangerous, maybe just weird. I practiced with my wooden sword for 5 minutes, and then stopped because my arm got tired. Mr. Hobb waved at me from his garden and said hi. Later, Aunt Lyra came with a basket of bright apples and told a short, weird story about a falling star. It sounded cool, even if it was probably a little made up. Now I'm writing with the quill and it's making my hand messy. The ink keeps smudging and my fingers smell like it. I'm 12 today, and this journal is mine. Bye, future me. Don't be boring. Yuntiel, age 12. P.S. If my blue sock is missing later, check the laundry. Pockets are sneaky. Date: Artre 7th, 6014. Hello, future me. It's me again. Guess what? I just met the prettiest girl in the whole world, and she works at the bakery. As soon as our eyes met, I knew it in my heart. It's odd, I never noticed her before. I've been to the bakery many times. Anyway, I'm going to try and get to know her. I just have to wait till she is done working. Maybe we can play or something. I bought a roll even though I don't like rolls, just so I would have something to say. I stood there like an idiot, almost dropped my coin purse. She smiled at me when I asked for the roll, and my brain forgot how to talk for a second. Dad said, just say hi, like it's that easy. Mom laughed and said to bring back 2 rolls next time so she can meet her. After I left school, I walked past the bakery 3 times like a secret spy. But I didn't go in because what if I say something dumb? So I waited on the bench and practiced saying hi silently in my head 100 times. I think I'm going back tomorrow after chores. Maybe I'll bring one of Aunt Lyra's apples so it's less weird. Okay, future me. If you're scared, then slap some sense into me. Tell me if I actually talked to her and didn't run away. Please don't let me be stupid about it. Bye for now, Yuntiel, age 13 and a little. P.S. If you already asked her out, tell me what she said. Date: Artre 7th, 6015. Guess what, future me? It's mine and Lenara's 1-year anniversary. I have so much to tell you. I made this day very special. I had been planning it forever. I woke up early and was actually nervous. I packed 2 rolls, one for me and one for her, and an apple from Aunt Lyra because she says apples bring luck or something. Then I wrote a tiny note that said, Happy 1 year, because I'm terrible at talking without sounding like an idiot. I met her by the old fountain after chores. She was wearing the blue ribbon again, and it looked even nicer than last time. We walked to the hill where you can see the whole village. I gave her the roll and the note, and she laughed. It was a good laugh. Then she told me she liked the note, and that made me feel like I might explode from happiness. We shared the apple, and she said she liked that I remembered the little things. We held hands for the first time, properly. Not just passing, like actually holding. And it felt simple and huge at the same time. I promised to keep trying to be brave and not run away when things get weird. Before we left, I took a breath and promised her something important. That I would always be there for her and protect her, no matter what. I told her one day I'll grow up to be a great man, and I mean it, even if I still mess up sometimes. She smiled and squeezed my hand like she believed me. Now I'm home, and my hands still smell like pastry and apple. I feel like a million tiny explosions are going off in my chest, but quieter, not scary. I can't believe 1 year passed and it was perfect, even if I messed up a little. Bye, future me. Tell me you still care about small, perfect days like this, and don't let me forget how her laugh sounds. Yuntiel, age 14. P.S. If you forgot what ribbon she wore, it was blue. Don't forget. Date, Yasu 7th, 6018. Future me. I failed. I failed. I failed! I failed her! The raiders came, and they killed everyone. My village is gone. Burned to ashes. I have so much to say in so little time. This is how today went, and I will never forget. The morning looked like it had been painted in different shades of cold. Snow lay over the roofs like white scars, soft and silent. Everything that should have been warm, the smoke from chimneys, the footprints in the lane, were frozen into little brittle shapes. I could see my breath like a pale ribbon every time I spoke, and the world felt too loud for how empty it looked. At first, it was the smell. Not the usual bakery sweet that used to come from near the square, but something sharp and wrong. Smoke, but hotter than smoke, and the iron taste of fear in the air. Then the shouting. Torches flared like angry stars, and men ran through the snow with faces I didn't know. Horses stamped and kicked up clumps of white. Someone screamed, and the sound split me open. It was quick and terrible, and made my legs go heavy. I ran. I ran past the fountain where we'd once fed coins to wish for small, stupid things. I ran past the bench I sat upon, practicing saying hi in my head, and the spot where I first saw Lenara tending the bakery, and our eyes locked. The village that morning was half ash and half snow, like two things trying to take over the same place. Roofs were smoked and blackened at the edges. The doors hung open like surprised mouths. I could hear splinters, the snapping of doors, and 1,000 little things falling apart all at once. I found her in the square, Lenara. She was beautiful and small, and real in a way that hurt. She was trying to help. She had flour on her sleeve and her hands were shaking. When she saw me, she smiled like she always did, but then a shadow moved, and the world shortened into a blade. I remember the sound of metal, and then a terrible hot flash of pain across my side. It was only a second, and a lifetime. The sword caught me, and I fell backward into the snow. My cloak was cold against the ground. I could feel warmth seeping through my shirt, and my hands came away dark where they touched my side. It was not like the stories. There wasn't blood everywhere or anything dramatic like that. Just a hot, spreading weight inside me, and the stupid, awful clarity that this was real. Lenara was in front of me. Someone came behind her and stabbed her, and she went down like a shadow collapsing. I reached for her, and her eyes found mine. They were wide for a moment, clear as if she was looking at some quiet place inside herself. Then they softened. The life left her like a small, slow exhale, instantaneous and forever, all at once. I watched until watching was all I could do. The noise around us became far away, like it was happening through a thick wall. I wanted to scream until my throat tore. I wanted to turn the world over and find another place where this hadn't happened, but I could barely hold my eyes open. The cold bit through my sleeves, and my fingers were white and numb. I tasted metal in my mouth, and everything small I loved felt like it had been scraped away. Then, impossible and terrible, I heard a voice inside my head. Not a shout, not a whisper, more like a hand sliding into mine and squeezing. It said I could take it. Power. Strength. It sounded like somebody promising sunlight when all I could see was night. I hesitated, because that felt like giving up on who I was. But the pain was a drum, and the thought of Lenara lying there made me feel empty in a way I couldn't stand. I took it. Magic rolled through me like heat. It blurred things. Faces, screams, shapes. My memory from that moment is fogged and jagged. I remember the sound of things breaking, then nothing but a humming inside my skull. When I came back, the raiders lay where they'd fallen, still and quiet, their weapons half buried in the snow. The village smelled of smoke and something else, like the heavy hush after a storm when everything is broken but the rain has stopped. I crawled to Lenara and cradled her like I was holding the last piece of the world. Her skin was cold. Her face was the same face that had kissed the side of my head when I was smaller. The face that had laughed at my dumb jokes. I pressed my cheek to her, and the snow tasted like ash. I felt the power inside me, strong and terrible, and I knew it hadn't come for kindness. I lifted her. She was light and impossibly real, and I walked out of the village with her in my arms. The path away was marked with prints and overturned carts, and the whole place looked like someone had taken all the color out of the world and thrown it away. At the edge of the trees I stopped and swore, not a quiet promise, but a hard, thudding oath that shook me. I will find a way to bring her back. I will learn whatever this power is and bend it to that one thing. I will go to the ends of the world if I have to. I will not let her be only a memory. And I failed her today, yes, but I will not fail her forever. I am cold, and I am tired, and my hands are stained with what happened. But my heart keeps beating like a stubborn drum. I write this so that if anything happens to me, someone will know I tried. If you are reading this, and you made it through, find me. Help me. If you are one who could keep your promise, tell me how. Tell me how you did it. Yuntiel.